Alhamdulillah. Um, so people call themselves vegan and they're always eating comfort food. You might as well fucking jump in the diabetes pool. Listen, raw vegetables and water and certain fruit, even for normal people, that's normal. I mean, not every fruit is really the best, but if you don't have any problem, then that's great. But to eat the fruit and the vegetables all the time, you can eat it and eat it and eat it. It's good, raw vegetables. Stop cooking all the time. What do you got to cook for? There's nothing wrong. Listen, you fill yourself up with vegetables and certain fruit, and you're fine. Now, I want to say this to diabetics. Um, to be on insulin all the time, that's not a life. You know what I'm saying? It's not a life. You got to get off insulin. So your A1C's got to go down, and the only way that's going to happen is with raw vegetables, greens, and water. Green vegetables, green. Okay, try that. Right? I don't care. What the hell? This whole thing about people. You could tell it's not their fault. Okay, but they're like, oh, I can't do it. You don't care about your life. I care about my life. Because when they told me this is happening to you, you can't heal from it because you got diabetes. So kill the diabetes. How do you kill diabetes? Raw vegetables and water. Yeah, you can have alkaline and you can have electrolytes, but you got to really cleanse your body out. And I thought I was I was in the hospital. I'm sitting there fucking drinking Swiss Miss and saltines every day. It was like candy to me. It's like, oh God, this is the greatest in the world. I was bad. So just a little while ago, like, yeah, I was kind of late taking my antibiotics for my poisoning problem, and so I said, "Wow, I've been cooking like every meal all every day since I've been home." Whoa, what the fuck? I'm just realizing, how can I call myself a vegan if that's what I do? If I cook food all the time? No, a vegan is somebody who eats raw even a vegetarian eats raw vegetables a lot. Because it's very important. It's so friggin' important, man. So much pain right now. So I want to reach for something, but oh God, it's so much. God, maybe it's the way I'm holding my hand. Shouldn't hurt. Anyway, um, life is not easy. Okay, life is life. And the one thing that we believe in our mind is that comfort food is our you know. I used to be like that. I used to eat like comfort food all the time. It's not good. It's not even good to eat. Like to me, yesterday when I made the lentil soup, and even though I put water in it to get that, but I put certain spices in it to lift up certain alchemic, formulas for healing. But I put the plant-based fish and the two red potatoes. Guess what? That shit is comfort as hell. And I'm eating raw vegetables. Why? Why? Because it's being cooked, right? Being cooked, not raw, but. All right, so we're gonna start this one now. Praise God for that dua. Allah is real in my life. And that's what I've been doing. It's not bad. It's so huge. I don't want to talk about that though. Some other time. Just clean off real quick. For the word. Alright, so um before I was really hungry. I drank some water and I grabbed a little bag of just a few little broccoli, little ones like this, with some carrots. It's hardly anything. I said, So I grabbed the red green tomatoes that are like this big. I grabbed this bag of zucchini, bag of broccoli, and I forget what else I had. But as soon as I started eating, because now when I was late for getting my antibiotics, I uh, I was feeling this. I was like, oh man, I was feeling horrible, the pain all over, worse than this, like all over my whole body. And then the first bite of broccoli, it sounded like little tiny bombs exploding. It was like pew pew. You ever hear that? It's like pew. But as soon as I put it in my mouth and ate it raw, right? The broccoli, the carrots, um, no dipping it in anything. The weekends are gonna be raw, raw, because you don't fall into that shit. It's bad enough on the weekends. They push the most comforting food of non-vegan, non-diabetic. Get the hell out of here. Kill you. Yesterday morning I had half a ramen noodle with Beyond Burger and some peppers. It was not a lot. A lot of people would be like, oh man, I'd be starved if I ate just that. Are you kidding? It's fucking full as hell. Got this fucking rash from the PIC line. Jesus Christ, it is like unbelievable. When you tell somebody in the hospital something like how you feel, always like, like try to well, they don't say it, but you can feel it. Like what pain level are you at? Why are you asking me? You asked me yesterday. I'm in this care facility for fucking long term, and you're asking me everything. What am I gonna say? One, I'm feeling one now. I'm feeling fucking 20 all the time. But this morning or just a little while ago, I felt it when I ate the broccoli and started eating the carrots, and I grabbed the green red tomato. I grabbed the little tomatoes, the tiny ones. I'm trying to think of something else I knew I had. I couldn't remember what it was. Zucchini. I was breaking them up. Oh yeah, that's what it was, because they were so crisp and they're green, like cucumber, but they're little. And as I'm eating that, that's what I remember. I remember now. It wasn't the tomatoes that I ate second. It was the broccoli, the carrots, the few carrots that were there, because I grabbed the other carrots too, because I wanted more carrots. I felt it as soon as I ate the broccoli and I ate the zucchini next. It was crisp and cold. My body went like this. Wing. I had no pain. It was like my body was like, thank you. I drank water and I ate that, I felt it. I felt the feeling of real healing instantly from raw vegetables. I don't know what else to say. I mean, you gotta fucking listen, man. It's the only way. I think to my opinion, shit, it's the way for the whole world. I don't know if people can take that, because they're not, people are like, I don't understand. I don't understand how I'm doing it. I don't understand how I'm doing it. I keep losing weight. Where are you going? Where are you? My clothes are falling off. I don't have the money. I don't have anything. What am I going to do, My belt, it's on the last hole. My camouflage pants are my favorite fucking pants in the world. It looks like a goddamn curtain. It's like the pockets. The pockets of my camo, they look like picture frames. Like, stop looking like that. Form to my bones, my bone thigh. It's gross, man. I'm just like, fucking, I don't know what's happening. Hey, I said my I love yous and goodbyes. I thought I was going a month ago, so whatever. But anyway, Alu Akbar. Hey, Alu Akbar. Uh, yeah, I was backed in a corner and I was scared. I didn't know. This was like right after Thanksgiving. Right? Right? It's like Christmas, after Christmas. And I kept getting this IG thing. And the IG was like with the little Grinches. Only God can do it. Only God can do it. Do it. And I just kept like loving that, but I didn't get it. I was like, come on. And something kept pulling me. Something just kept making me think about, you know, these sounds. This is what you're hearing right now. This is a call to the angels to pray. You know, when you call angels to pray, praying gets done. Instead of a human like, oh God, please. Ah! Of course, the vibrations are probably bouncing off the walls or not hitting right or whatever you think. It's not always that they say like the universe reflects you. No, it doesn't always happen that way either. You have to get some help, and that's what I'm doing. Like, angels, please tell God I don't want to die. Oh. I was really scared. I was scared as hell, man. I fucking cried my eyes out. I was scared. I was like, I call my kids. But I'm here. So, I started thinking of surahs in the Quran. It's scary. This is my favorite surah is Ibrahim. 14th surah in the Quran. I love all, but this is what I'm not gonna lie, I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing about Islam, but what's been happening to me is I'm not even trying to control it or stop. It's like happening, it's growing so big. And I can't tell nobody about, because this one thing about a dream I had about Islam or Allah or something like that, And it was just super shocking. But when I go to the Noble Quran, little tiny little thing that I see that I know has everything to do with my dream. And nobody could tell me different. You know what? If there's a word that's holy and magical together, it is Allah. It is the doers praying, really. You know, like, when I was like only heavy esoteric and just doing that, I'm the one doing it. So when you do it, you do it. Nobody is like, every 5 seconds they're manifesting some, oh, hey, ha. Maybe one day it might happen, but it doesn't happen every day. It's not like that. It's not reality. It's not like human magic, I guess you're going to say that. But I'm going to tell you something. The power and the might, the greatness, and the great, like, holy my God, what is so great and so holy God, it's all over. It's so great, so powerful. But you gotta. The thing is that if God doesn't have anybody, he's still God. But you know what? Why would he bother us? Or, I don't know how to say this, but I'm saying from what I understand. So, why would a God, a great God like this, bother humans? Because it loves, it wants. It doesn't need, it loves and wants. It needs, maybe it needs reciprocation. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong for saying that. Don't get mad at me, my Islam brothers and sisters. I'm new. I'm so new. And they would probably, oh, you can't say that. All right, fine. Sorry. But I'm just saying, what if, I think it's like a love, you know? Like, I don't think, like, if you say a father and a child, I don't know. I know I love my kids so immensely. Like, you look at them, they're so beautiful. And you love them like, oh my God, my kids. I want to help each one of them. I want to do things for them. I want to cook for them. I want to, hug them and smile at them and tell them they're the best. And keep going, you know? Sometimes my kids get on my nerves. I want to listen to me. I don't know. Is that the same way? I don't know. But I don't seek God in that way these days. I don't. The way things have been happening, I'm just like looking at this thing and going, whoa. I'm just looking at it. I'm just looking at it. I am liking it and loving it. Islam and the surahs, the Quran, um, I see these Muslim guys that are like, they got their robes, their hats. They're standing in the temple in Mecca, and they speak English amazingly, and they're amazing. They're probably like science people. They probably have amazing jobs, drive amazing cars, have amazing houses. I don't I don't know if it's religion, but I know one thing I believe in. When you take an action, like a spiritual action, like when you light a candle, when you draw a sigil, when you say, uh, right? But with this, you are, this is the highest. If you've ever heard this, it was active and passive works of energy that you do. Passive, well, passive. They say passive, it doesn't really do what active does. That's true. But Islam, praying, duas, the salat, doing ruqya, These are the highest passive holiness, greatest pious reflection of greatness and power, and majesty and might. I don't know how to explain it. I never saw God like I'm always like, dear God, help me, my life, oh my God. That's how I used to be. I mean, a long time ago when I believed, because oh my God, this is happening. Oh, help me, God. I'm not doing that no more. I'm not looking to God like that. I'm not, yeah, because of what's happening to me, but I don't feel that way. I don't feel like when I pray or when I think about God or when I think about Allah, it's like, hey, I didn't know you were. Whoa. I just want to look at you. Like, holy God, this thing is so huge. Like, bangala, hangala, like, oh, because you look at one thing, right? And you see the size of it. So it's in front of you like this. And you look at it and you're like, whoa, this thing is, big or whatever, right? But that's not with Allah. When you're doing this, you're like, what the hell? What the heck? Am I inside of it? No, not really. I didn't really do that, but I do this. I'm like, holy moly, how big is this? Can't even fucking put my neck hurts from. Oi, oi, oi. I definitely need a massage, man. You know, Chris Black has been rigorored, fucking rigorored him, shaken up and roughed up. Got me pissed off. Nah, I'm not pissed off. It's Saturday. It's a holy day. I didn't mean to say that. I'm trying. Oh man, I've been trying not to curse and get mad. It's hard. But anyway, so um, this about health. You know, I just wanted to tell you guys about my experience physically feeling the feeling of like when you take a pill to make you feel like maybe the pain goes away. You feel it, right? I felt this. I felt the broccoli, the carrots, the zucchini, the tomatoes. I felt it. I felt it in my body. I felt like my body was like, thank you. You know? So, hey, that's the deal, right? I thank God. Thank the Lord. Allah is the Lord. God, right? He's God. He's the Lord. I hope so. Nah, I mean like to be funny. I'm saying, wow, I can't believe it. 'Cause I'm usually like not with it, But this, I'm not with it. I'm trying to get with it. It's a lot. I love to learn the duas and the surahs. The so much. This one site, the Noble Quran. I don't know if it's the noblequran.com or whatever, but Noble Quran. You can tell it's got a green thing. So when you go to the first page, it's like this greenish blue thing, and it says Sahil International. Probably only one Sahil International. Sounds like a business. So you see that, you're on the right page. And there's all the sewers there, and then on the side there's different things. It says these four things to it has different kind of. They're like sewers, but they're not sewers. I gotta keep looking at it more. It's hard, but I'm so glad I have that site because if you have a Quran, it's not gonna show you these other things like the prayers or whatever they are, some type of prayers. Anyway. I love this. I'll never stop listening to it.